All right, ready to dive into a career that's making waves, literally.
Literally.
We're talking aquaculture harvesting worker,
Yeah,
a job that puts you right at the heart of sustainable seafood production.
it is.
We've got a stack of resources from RoleCatcher on this role,
Oh, cool.
including career guides, interview guides, and
Wow.
even insights into their awesome AI tools.
Really interesting.
So if you're looking to land this job, this deep dive is your one-stop shop for interview prep.
I love that. A one-stop shop. That's great. RoleCatcher is a game changer,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to tailoring your answers and practicing your delivery.
Oh, interesting.
Their AI feedback is like having a personal coach in your pocket.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so first things first, let's paint a picture of what an aquaculture harvesting worker actually does.
Okay, so think of it as farming,
Okay.
but instead of fields, you're working in land-based facilities designed for raising fish,
Okay.
shellfish, or even seaweed.
So it's not just about fishing.
Not at all. You're involved in the entire life cycle, from monitoring water quality and ensuring the health of the organisms
Right.
to managing the harvest and preparing the seafood for market.
RoleCatcher's career guide mentions exposure to the elements and working with a diverse team of biologists, technicians, and support staff.
Lots of people.
Sounds pretty hands-on and dynamic.
It definitely is. You're on your feet, working with your hands, and constantly problem solving.
Oh, wow.
It's a perfect fit for someone who enjoys a physically active job with a lot of variety.
And the job outlook is pretty promising, right?
Absolutely. With rising seafood demand and concerns about overfishing,
Yeah?
the aquaculture industry is booming.
Wow.
RoleCatcher's data shows significant projected job growth in this sector,
Yeah.
making it a smart career move.
That's great to hear. Okay, so let's get to the heart of this deep dive
Okay.
interview prep. What are some common questions you might face?
Okay.
And how can RoleCatcher help you craft winning responses?
One of the first questions you're likely to encounter is, what inspired you to pursue a career in aquaculture harvesting?
Ooh, good one.
They want to understand your motivation and passion.
So how do you answer that without resorting to generic responses?
Well, think back to what sparked your interest. Was it a documentary on sustainable food systems?
Interesting.
A fascination with marine biology? Maybe a childhood memory of visiting a fish farm?
Oh, cool.
Share a genuine story that showcases your enthusiasm.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI feedback comes in handy, right?
Exactly. You can input your response into their system, and it'll analyze your wording, tone,
Oh, wow.
and even your delivery if you record a video.
Wow.
It'll then provide personalized suggestions
Oh, nice.
to help you refine your answer and make it stand out.
It's like having a personal interview coach at your fingertips.
Oh,
Okay, what's another question that often pops up in these interviews?
here's one that focuses on quality control.
Okay.
How do you ensure the quality of harvested seafood?
Ooh, that's a good one.
They want to see that you understand the importance of proper handling, storage, and adherence to industry regulations.
This is where your knowledge of aquaculture practices really comes into play.
Exactly. Talk about your understanding of monitoring water quality, maintaining optimal storage temperatures, and following established protocols for cleaning and processing the seafood.
Yeah.
Those are big.
RoleCatcher's interview guides provide sample answers tailored to specific job roles,
Yeah,
so you can see how to frame your response effectively.
they do. And they also highlight keywords and phrases that employers are looking for, which can help you optimize your answers for those applicant tracking systems that many companies use.
Oh, the ATS, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's tackle another question. Can you describe a time you had to troubleshoot a problem with aquaculture equipment? This one seems designed to assess your problem-solving abilities and technical knowledge.
It is. Think back to a specific situation where you faced a technical challenge. Maybe a pump malfunctioned, a net tore, or a sensor gave a faulty reading.
Don't just say you're good at fixing things.
Right.
Give them a concrete example that showcases your thought process and technical skills.
Right. Explain the steps you took to diagnose the issue, the tools or resources you used, and how you ultimately resolved the problem.
If you're newer to the field and haven't encountered a major equipment issue yet, could you draw on a problem-solving experience from a different context?
Absolutely. The key is to demonstrate your ability to think critically and find solutions. Maybe you had to figure out a logistics issue on a project,
Right.
or troubleshoot a software problem.
And RoleCatcher's AI can analyze your response
Yeah.
and provide feedback on how to make it more relevant to the specific requirements of the job.
It's like having a customized feedback loop that helps you tailor your answers for each interview. Okay, here's another question that dives into the nitty-gritty of the job.
Okay.
Can you describe your experience with aquaculture processing and packaging?
This one seems focused on the post-harvest steps, getting that seafood ready for consumers.
Exactly. They want to know if you understand the importance of cleaning, sorting, filleting,
Yeah.
packaging, and labeling the seafood to ensure quality and safety.
It's about showcasing your attention to detail
Yeah.
and your commitment to delivering a top-notch product.
Right. Share any experience you have with these tasks, whether it's from previous work,
Yeah.
volunteering, or even just helping out with a family fishing business.
And even if you don't have hands-on experience yet, you can still demonstrate your knowledge by researching industry standards and regulations.
That's a great point. RoleCatcher provides links to resources from organizations like the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations and the International Labor Organization,
Okay.
which outline best practices for seafood processing and handling.
Speaking of safety, I see RoleCatcher highlights a question specifically about that. How do you ensure the safety of yourself and your team while harvesting seafood?
Yeah. Safety is paramount in any job, but especially in aquaculture, where you're working with water, heavy equipment,
Right.
and potentially slippery surfaces.
So what are some key points to emphasize in your answer?
Start by highlighting the importance of wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, like gloves, boots, and waterproof clothing.
And don't forget about proper lifting techniques to prevent back injuries.
Right. Also, mention the importance of regular equipment maintenance to prevent malfunctions and potential hazards.
And teamwork is crucial too.
Yeah.
Highlight the importance of clear communication, looking out for your colleagues and following established safety procedures.
Yeah, you want to demonstrate that you're a responsible team player who takes safety seriously, both for yourself and those around you.
Okay, here's another question that addresses a common reality of working in aquaculture.
Okay.
Can you describe a time when you had to work in adverse weather conditions while harvesting seafood?
Ah, yes, the rain, wind, or even scorching sun. Aquaculture doesn't always offer ideal working conditions. Exactly. So they want to know if you can handle the elements and stay focused on the task at hand.
Don't complain about the weather.
No.
Instead, focus on your resilience and problem-solving skills.
Right. Describe a specific instance where you faced challenging weather conditions and how you adapted to the situation.
Right.
Maybe you adjusted the harvesting schedule, took extra safety precautions,
Wow.
or simply persevered through the discomfort.
If you don't have personal experience with adverse weather conditions in an aquaculture setting, could you draw on other experiences that demonstrate your ability to adapt and stay productive?
Definitely. Maybe you had a summer job that involved long hours in the heat,
Huh?
or a project that required you to meet a tight deadline despite unexpected obstacles.
The key is to show that you're not easily deterred by challenges and that you can maintain a positive attitude and strong work ethic,
Yeah,
even when things get tough.
absolutely.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, from safety and resilience to technical skills and problem solving.
We have.
But there's one more crucial area that RoleCatcher emphasizes: teamwork and interpersonal skills.
Right. And they do this with a question that can be a bit tricky.
Okay.
Can you describe a time when you had to work with a difficult team member or supervisor? Everyone faces this at some point in their career, so it's about how you handle it.
This one feels like a potential minefield. How do you navigate this question without bad-mouthing anyone or coming across as difficult yourself?
It's all about framing it positively. Focus on your communication and conflict resolution skills. Describe a situation where you had to work with someone who had a different work style,
Okay.
communication approach, or perhaps even a personality clash.
But don't dwell on the negativity. Instead, highlight the steps you took to understand their perspective.
Right.
Find common ground and work towards a solution.
Exactly. Maybe you actively listened to their concerns, offered compromises, or found ways to leverage each other's strengths.
The key is to show that you can maintain professionalism and a positive attitude even when faced with interpersonal challenges. It's a great opportunity to demonstrate your emotional intelligence and maturity, qualities that are highly valued in any workplace.
For sure.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze your response and offer suggestions on how to make it even stronger.
It can.
But we've covered a lot of ground in this part of our deep dives.
We have. And there are even more insightful questions and valuable tips to explore.
So stay tuned for part 2 of this deep dive, where we'll continue our journey through those essential interview questions
Okay.
and reveal even more ways RoleCatcher can help you land your dream job in aquaculture.
Sounds great.
I'm excited for it.
Me too.
Welcome back. We're diving deeper into the world of aquaculture harvesting workers and tackling more of those interview questions that can make or break your chances.
We left off talking about teamwork.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect segue into our next question from RoleCatcher's interview guide.
Okay.
How do you maintain a positive and productive work environment, especially during long hours and challenging conditions?
This question really gets at the heart of what it's like to work in aquaculture.
Right.
It's not always easy, and employers want to know you can handle the pressure and contribute to a positive team dynamic.
It's about showcasing your ability to stay motivated, support your colleagues, and maintain a can-do attitude even when facing long days, unexpected challenges, or less than ideal weather conditions.
So how do you answer this question in a way that highlights your strengths and resonates with interviewers?
Well, think about specific examples from your past experiences where you've demonstrated these qualities. Maybe you took the initiative to help a teammate who was struggling,
Right.
or you found a way to boost morale during a particularly demanding project.
And if you don't have direct experience in a professional setting, could you draw on examples from volunteer work, team sports, or even a challenging group project in school?
Absolutely. The key is to showcase your ability to communicate effectively, collaborate with others, and contribute to a positive and supportive environment.
And RoleCatcher's AI feedback can help you fine-tune your answer and ensure it aligns with the specific expectations of the job you're applying for.
Right.
Speaking of specific expectations, let's move on to a question that delves into a crucial aspect of aquaculture: sustainability.
Oh, okay.
RoleCatcher highlights this question. What are your thoughts on the environmental impact of aquaculture, and how can harvesting workers contribute to responsible practices?
That's a good one.
This is where you can demonstrate your understanding of the bigger picture,
Right.
that aquaculture isn't just about producing food, it's about doing so in a way that minimizes the impact on the environment and ensures the long-term health of our oceans.
It's a chance to showcase your knowledge of sustainable practices and your commitment to responsible aquaculture.
So what are some key points to touch on in your answer?
You could mention the importance of minimizing waste and pollution,
Okay.
using sustainable feed sources, and implementing practices that protect the surrounding ecosystem.
And you could also talk about the importance of monitoring water quality, managing fish health, and preventing the spread of disease to wild populations.
Exactly. It's about showing that you understand the interconnectedness of aquaculture and the environment, and that you're committed to being part of the solution.
And RoleCatcher provides links to external resources like those from the Association of Farm Worker Opportunity Programs
Oh, yeah.
that can help you stay informed about the latest advancements in sustainable aquaculture practices.
They do. It's like having a curated library of knowledge right at your fingertips.
Okay.
Okay, let's shift gears and talk about a question that assesses your ability to adapt to new technologies.
Okay.
RoleCatcher highlights this one. Aquaculture is becoming increasingly reliant on technology.
Yeah.
Can you describe a time when you had to learn a new technology or system, and how did you approach it?
This question is all about showing that you're not intimidated by technological advancements
Right.
and that you're eager to embrace new tools and techniques.
Think of a specific example where you had to learn a new software program,
Right.
operate a new piece of equipment,
Yeah.
or adapt to a new digital platform.
Describe the steps you took to familiarize yourself with the technology, the resources you utilized, and the challenges you overcame.
And don't be afraid to highlight your willingness to ask for help, collaborate with others, and seek out training opportunities.
Right.
It shows that you're a proactive learner who's committed to continuous improvement.
And even if you haven't had much exposure to cutting-edge aquaculture technology yet, you can still express your enthusiasm for learning and highlight your aptitude for picking up new skills quickly.
Right. You could even mention specific technologies that you're excited to learn more about, such as recirculating aquaculture systems,
Yeah.
which allow for more sustainable and controlled fish farming,
Right.
or advancements in automation and data analytics.
Speaking of data analytics, RoleCatcher's AI tools can help you analyze job descriptions
Uh-huh.
and identify the specific technologies and skills that employers are seeking.
It's like having a personalized guide to the tech landscape of aquaculture. Now, let's tackle another question that often comes up in these interviews.
Okay.
Can you describe your experience working in a fast-paced environment where multitasking and prioritization were essential?
Aquaculture harvesting can be demanding, especially during peak seasons, so employers want to see that you can handle the pressure and manage your time effectively.
It's about demonstrating your ability to juggle multiple tasks, prioritize effectively, and stay organized under pressure.
Think of a specific example from your past experiences where you had to manage multiple deadlines,
Right.
handle competing priorities,
Yeah.
or adapt to a rapidly changing environment.
And highlight the strategies you use to stay on top of things.
Right.
Did you use a to-do list, a scheduling app,
Mhm.
or a specific time management technique?
Maybe you implemented a system for prioritizing tasks based on urgency and importance.
Exactly. And if you can quantify your achievements, for example, by saying, I successfully managed a project that involved coordinating with 5 different teams and meeting a deadline 2 weeks ahead of schedule.
Oh, wow.
It adds even more weight to your answer.
And RoleCatcher can help you refine your response and ensure you're using language that resonates with employers.
They also have a fantastic feature
Yeah.
that allows you to practice your answers via video and receive AI-powered feedback on your delivery, body language, and overall presentation.
It's like having a mock interview with a virtual coach. Okay, let's move on to a question that explores your understanding of the regulatory landscape of aquaculture. What are some of the key regulations or certifications that are important in aquaculture harvesting, and how do you ensure compliance?
This question is about showcasing your knowledge of industry standards,
Yeah.
your commitment to following best practices,
Yeah.
and your understanding of the importance of responsible aquaculture.
It's about showing that you're not just interested in the hands-on aspects of the job, but that you also value the ethical and legal considerations.
Exactly. Research the specific regulations and certifications that are relevant to the job you're applying for. You can find a lot of this information on RoleCatcher's platform or through organizations like the FAO and ILO.
And be prepared to talk about how you would ensure compliance in your daily work.
Right.
Mention things like staying up to date on the latest regulations, participating in training programs,
Yes.
and implementing systems for tracking and documentation.
It's about showing that you're proactive, responsible, and committed to operating within the legal and ethical boundaries of the industry.
Okay, let's wrap up this segment with a question that gets at the heart of what it means to be a successful aquaculture harvesting worker. What are some of the biggest challenges you anticipate facing in this role, and how do you plan to overcome them?
This question is designed to assess your problem-solving abilities, your resilience, and your realistic understanding of the demands of the job.
It's about showing that you've thought critically about the potential challenges, that you're not afraid to face them head on.
Right. And that you have the skills and strategies to overcome them.
So what are some of the challenges you might anticipate, and how could you approach them?
Well, think about things like working in adverse weather conditions,
Okay.
dealing with equipment malfunctions, managing a diverse team, or staying up to date with rapidly evolving technologies.
And for each challenge, outline a specific strategy or approach you would use to overcome it.
For example, you could mention the importance of preventative maintenance to minimize equipment breakdowns,
Yeah.
the value of clear communication and conflict resolution skills when working with a team, or your commitment to continuous learning to stay ahead of technological advancements.
It's about showing that you're a proactive problem solver who's ready to tackle whatever challenges come your way.
We've covered a lot of ground in this segment, exploring a wide range of questions that you're likely to encounter in an aquaculture harvesting worker interview.
And we've highlighted how RoleCatcher's resources can help you prepare effective answers, tailor your responses to specific job roles, and even practice your delivery with AI-powered feedback.
Yeah.
But there's one more segment of this deep dive to go.
Stay tuned as we continue to explore those critical interview questions and reveal even more insights from RoleCatcher that can help you land your dream job in aquaculture.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into the world of aquaculture harvesting workers.
We've explored a wide range of interview questions, and now it's time to tackle those final few that can really make you shine.
Right. These are the questions that go beyond the technical skills and delve into your personality, your motivations, and your vision for the future.
Absolutely. Let's start with one that RoleCatcher highlights as particularly insightful. Why are you interested in working for this specific company?
This is where your research comes into play.
Yeah.
You need to demonstrate that you've done your homework and that you understand what sets this company apart from its competitors.
It's not enough to say, I'm impressed with your website, or I heard you have a great work culture.
Right.
You need to dig deeper and connect your interests and values to the company's mission, values, and specific operations.
Maybe they're known for their commitment to sustainability,
Yeah.
their innovative use of technology, or their focus on community engagement. Highlight the aspects that resonate with you and explain how your skills skills and experiences align with their goals?
RoleCatcher's AI tools can actually analyze a company's website, news articles, and social media presence to help you identify key themes and talking points.
Oh, wow.
It's like having a research assistant who can pinpoint exactly what makes this company tick.
Okay, let's move on to another question that often pops up in these interviews. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh, yeah, that one.
This question is all about your ambition, your career goals, and your ability to think long-term.
It's not about having a perfectly mapped out plan, but it's about showing that you're driven,
Yeah.
that you're eager to learn and grow,
Yep.
and that you see a future for yourself in the aquaculture industry.
You could talk about your desire to specialize in a particular area of aquaculture.
Right.
To take on leadership roles, or to contribute to the development of new technologies or sustainable practices.
And if you're interested in pursuing further education or certifications, this is a great opportunity to mention those aspirations.
Right. Just make sure your goals align with the company's growth trajectory and the opportunities available within their organization.
Absolutely. RoleCatcher's Career Compass tool can actually help you map out potential career paths
Yeah.
and identify the skills and experiences you'll need to achieve your goals.
Okay, let's wrap up our interview question deep dive with one that often leaves a lasting impression. Do you have any questions for us?
This is your chance to turn the tables and demonstrate your genuine interest in the company and the role.
Don't waste this opportunity by saying, "No, I think you've covered everything."
Right.
Come prepared with a few thoughtful questions that show you've been paying attention and that you're eager to learn more.
You could ask about specific aspects of the job,
Right.
the company's culture, or their plans for the future.
Maybe you're curious about their approach to sustainability, their investment in new technologies,
Yeah.
or the opportunities for professional development within the company.
Asking insightful questions not only demonstrates your interest,
Yeah.
but it also allows you to gather valuable information that can help you make an informed decision about whether this is the right fit for you.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of aquaculture harvesting workers.
We've explored the ins and outs of this dynamic career, tackled some of the toughest interview questions, and revealed how RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools can give you a competitive edge in the job market.
But remember, tools are only as effective as the person using them. You still need to bring your passion, your knowledge, and your willingness to learn.
And don't underestimate the power of preparation.
Right.
Take the time to research the company, practice your answers, and tailor your approach to each specific interview.
And as you embark on your aquaculture career journey, remember that you're not just entering a job. You're becoming part of a movement towards a more sustainable and delicious future.
So go out there, make a splash, and contribute to feeding the world in a way that protects our oceans and nourishes our planet.
That's a wrap on this deep dive. We hope you found it insightful and inspiring, and we wish you all the best in your pursuit of a fulfilling career in aquaculture.